Today I want to share with you healthy habits of the heart. Sorry is the topic. My question is, has anyone been caught doing anything wrong, like cheating, lying, stealing, gossiping, or criticizing? I suppose I could have asked, has anyone done a wrong but hasn't been caught yet? Let me ask even deeper question, how many of you were sorry? Let me then ask, how many of us were sorry that we got caught? Sorry that you actually did something wrong. There's a difference between those two kinds of sorries. One is a sincere sorry. This is when someone genuinely feels remorse for their actions and wants to make amends. It involves acknowledging the mistake, expressing regret, and often includes a commitment to change behavior in the future. And the second is insincere sorry. This type is given without a genuine remorse. It might be offered to avoid conflict, appease someone, or fulfill a social obligation, but it lacks true acknowledgement of wrongdoing or a commitment to change. The key difference is that a sincere apology acknowledges the impact of the mistake and shows a commitment to change, while an insincere apology often deflects responsibility and lacks genuine remorse. A story I remember as a young boy is I got caught cheating by using someone else's paper in high school. I rewrote the paper without reading it, and it was nothing to do with the topic. And the teacher called me up, and I remember being sorry. But it wasn't a sincere sorry, but an insincere because I got caught. And then I was reminded as I was preparing this topic a few years ago, I was talking within a group of friends and I was having a bit of fun, but I totally forgot about what someone else had experienced and been through, and I hurt them. I'm sure you can probably relate to that devastating feeling that your words and actions have actually hurt someone else, and I was sorry, like deeply sorry on the inside. And it kind of brings this to the point of the topic today. Collection of habits of healthy heart. And the previous one, we talked about the habit of slowing to be still. The next talk I will share on the habits of simplify. And then in the final talk, we're talking about the habit of steadfastness. But today, what I want to talk to you about is the habit of sorry or sorrow. What on earth does that mean? Let me give it another title. How to get rid of your guilt. And some of you are feeling guilty about the things that you just remembered. You see, guilt, sorry, and sorrow are interconnected emotions, but they each have distinct characteristics. Guilt is the feeling of responsibility or remorse for having done something wrong or violated one's moral standards. It centers on one's own actions and the belief that one has caused harm and done something wrong, and the impact often leads to feelings of regret and a desire to make amends or seek forgiveness, where sorry is an expression of regret or remorse for something one has done wrong. It is often used to apologize and acknowledge that one's actions have caused harm or inconvenience to someone else. Feeling sorry is often a response to guilt. When someone feels guilty, they may express their remorse by saying sorry and seeking to make amends. Sorrow is a deeper feeling of sadness or distress, often caused by loss, disappointment, or misfortune. And sorrow can be a result of guilt, especially if the guilt is related to causing significant harm or loss to someone else. For example, if someone feels guilty for hurting a friend, they may also feel sorrow for the pain they caused. These are all interrelated. Guilt often leads to feeling sorry as the person recognizes their wrongdoing and wants to apologize. Guilt can lead to sorrow, especially when the consequences of one's actions are severe or cause significant harm. And feeling sorry can be accompanied by sorrow, particularly in situations where the regret is profound and the impact is significant. So what am I trying to express is guilt is the internal feeling of having done wrong. Sorry is the expression of that feeling, and sorrow is the deep emotional response that can accompany both guilt and regret. This one is the habit that I believe we need to express and not withhold so that we will live a healthy life without shame. So how can we cope with the guilt and sorrow? There are several ways. One of the ways is to apologize and learn what went wrong and how we can avoid similar mistakes. We need to forgive ourselves. Remember, everyone makes mistakes. And we need to practice self-compassion and allow ourselves to move forward without being weighed down by guilt. We need to practice mindfulness and meditation to manage our overwhelming emotions. Remember, we need to be patient with ourselves as we navigate with these emotions. Healing takes time and we need to accept that. For us to live healthy, we need to look after our hearts. Otherwise, guilt and sorrow can cause significant psychological effects. Some of the effects are anxiety, stress, depression, rumination, and our bodies show these as headaches, sleep disturbances, gastrointestinal problems, and fatigue, and etc. goes on. Remember, I said that our minds are interrupted at every opportunity, at home, with friends, or at work. Maybe you find yourself constantly reminded of the guilts, the sorrows, and the cheatings and the lies, etc. These emotions, these thoughts seem like they have hooked onto you and you cannot get rid of them. Or like a boomerang, they come flying back and hit you in the head. The truth is, you cannot forget them, but you can learn to slowly remove the sting, the venom, so that its effect becomes dull. This is done by being remorseful and admitting them to yourself and to your creator spirit. Like previously, slowing down your rhythm and spending some quiet times to reflect, to forgive yourself and the ones who have hurt you, to be grateful that you are an overcomer and not just a survivor. To see how you have evolved into who you are now and allow your heart to give love. And when we give love, the universe will give love back to you. The challenge for the next 7 days, I wonder if anyone would want to join me in our quiet times to reflect our sorries and our gratitudes and love. And if you do, please share your experiences with me. I would love to hear it. Go well, stay well, and be well.